All right, Coach. The scrimmage, looked pretty good. Just what are your overall thoughts after the scrimmage?
Yeah, overall we were pretty pleased. I thought it was a good starting spot. Something that we can build on. Overall, defensively, I thought we played real well, ran to the ball well, tackled in space well, defended the passing game pretty well. So overall, pretty pleased with that. And offensively, thought we did some good things, had some explosive plays, which was nice to see. And then, overall, I was pretty pleased.
The quarterbacks, we've seen kind of that with Tyler and Ben Himmler. Is Tyler going to be okay? Is he going to be ready for Friday?
Yeah, Tyler's doing well. He's doing well, and he'll be ready to go.
We're seeing a lot of these guys. We're seeing Ben and Tyler take reps. Ben looked great when he was out there. Are you going to kind of be sticking to one guy to start the season, or are we kind of mixing it up a little bit?
No, the plan is to play one guy, and right now, both of those guys are doing a good job, and Ben certainly did a good job the other night. Played well. I was very impressed, but we'll be playing one guy and going from there.
How do you feel about the running game right now, Coach? You think it's where it needs to be? Samuel did quite well.
Yeah, well, it's a work in progress, certainly. We're never satisfied, and certainly going to continue to try to improve and get better at it. But I thought we blocked, for the most part, fairly well up front, did some good things. Certainly there was a couple things we need to improve on, and certainly far from perfect, but it was a good starting spot and something to build on.
Talking about the quarterbacks and running backs, so finishing off the offensive line, how do you feel? I don't know, the whole time, since the end of the year, you're going to have a lot of experienced backs, so how are they looking?
Yeah, I thought the backs did a good job. We got three guys that are getting some reps. We got Sam Navarrete, we got Darius Floyd, and then Tyree Brawley. And so all three of those guys contributed. They all did a good job. And we got a senior, a junior, and a sophomore. All three of those guys, and so they're all going to see some action. We're going to be in a little bit more 20 personnel this year, which means two backs, no tight ends. A little bit more of that than we've been in the past. So those guys will certainly be getting their fair share of reps when we do that. And so overall, pretty pleased with where they're at. I thought the offensive line played well. Certainly a work in progress. We're not where we want to be. But we did some good things, and certainly hoping to build on what we started this first game.
Defensively, you really didn't allow very much in the scrimmage. There was really one good quarterback run that kind of put them in scoring position there in the last quarter. Otherwise, looked good. So, how are you feeling about them?
Yeah, we were pleased. We were pleased with the way they played. Again, it's far from perfect. We're a work in progress. We're certainly going to be trying to improve each week. But again, it was a good starting spot, and I think we played hard. We played physical. We ran to the ball well. We were able to stop the run, which is always a big goal of ours. And so, overall, I'm pleased. But certainly we got a long ways to go from here.
Saw Kobe Moore kind of take an early exit. Is he okay? Is he be ready for Friday?
Yeah, he's good to go.
We're seeing a number of basketball players have an impact on your team so far. Certainly Jacob English, Yates. I know there's a few other guys there. What are these guys bringing? Imagine this is something a little bit new to mix it up here.
Yeah, they've done a good job for us, and obviously came out, wanted to play, and we welcomed them. With open arms, but they're just athletic. They're just athletic type kids, and Jacob's got some good speed and some good height, and you saw him make a really good catch on a 50-50 ball, which that's something he brings to the table. You throw a ball up to him on a 50-50 ball, I think he'll come down with a lot of those, and so that was good to see. He's got some big play ability, some explosive play ability, which is nice to see. It's nice to have. So certainly pleased with what he's brought to the table so far. And then Jacoby Yates is, another kid that's really athletic, and that he's kind of filled in at cornerback where we had some depth issues and things. And, he's learning as he goes, but he's doing a good job for us up to this point. So we're excited to see him improve. Obviously he's just a junior, so he's got some room, to improve overall over these next 2 years, and certainly excited to see what he might bring to the table. Mark Quill Holloman's another one that's come out, and we've kind of moved him back and forth from offense to defense, and now back to offense based on some depth issues and needs at that area. So he's doing well as well.
With Boston Johnson, I saw that he's looking to be sidelined for the next 6 weeks due to a collarbone injury. Do you see maybe Jacob English kind of sitting in that outside receiver spot?
Yeah, we think so. It's the plan was to play both of those guys a bunch, and now with Baylor, with his injury, then he'll be up, and then we moved Mark Will Holloman over there to get some reps as well, and to fill in when English needs some rest or whatnot. So that's the plan right now.
My apologies, Baylor. Boston,
Yeah.
just a few years ago.
Yeah.
I guess with this week, Clean Shoemaker is the 4th year in a row that you guys have played them, so it's not like you're unfamiliar with them as a
Right.
program. But from what I read, their offensive line and defensive line seems like the strong suit, and their quarterback is just an athlete. Is it kind of the same team that you guys have been accustomed to seeing the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you watch them on film, and they're a really good team. I mean, they got a lot of team speed, a lot of team athleticism, and present some problems, in those departments. Coach Foreman over there has done a fantastic job with that program. I think he's been over there now 3 or 4 years, but done a really good job with that program. They're a tough team to play, a tough team to beat. Like you said, their offense, defensive line. It's going to be a strength of their team, but again, just their overall team speed is really good as well. I mean, their quarterback's a guy that played defensive back as a sophomore last year. He's got 20-something Division I offers already: Penn State, Vanderbilt, Texas Tech, SMU. There's a bunch of them. So he obviously can play, and so we're going to have to corral him and try to keep him from busting out, making big plays, but. Overall, it's just they're really a solid team, and Coach has done a great job over there with that program.
They are what they are athletically. They'll always be that way, it seems like. The last few years, y'all had to go to their place. How much does playing here at home, here in San Angelo, have an impact on you guys playing a team like that?
Yeah, I think it's a big impact. Obviously we like to play at home. We love to play in front of our home fans and our home crowd. We love to be at home. I think it's going to be beneficial to us to get them here. I think it's going to be a big deal. So we're excited about that. We're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to playing in our home stadium with a big crowd post-COVID. I think it'll be a big crowd, and so I think our kids are excited and ready for the challenge.
Is one of the things that you guys are approaching this matchup obviously you want to keep an offense off the field, and as many 3 and outs as possible, then that's great. But are you guys trying to control the clock, meaning like on offense, you guys are going to try to, keep it away from them because of that team speed and the ability maybe to wear guys down after a while?
Yeah, I think so. That's always having a good offense is important in winning games and in controlling the clock and different things like that. There's times when we'll play with tempo. There's times when we'll slow it down. Like I said earlier, we're going to feature a little bit more of a 20 personnel type package with 2 backs and different things. So, we feel good about our offensive line. We feel good about our running game. And so I think that we're going to have the ability to run the ball and control the clock a little bit better than maybe we have the last couple years. I think we're better suited for that. So, it's keeping them off the field and us on the field is going to be a big factor in determining the winner of this game.
And you mentioned, just recently, I think after the scrimmage, that it's different being a head coach because you're not just focusing on the offense. You have to have an overall view of both sides of the ball and everything. So, going into this first game as a head coach, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you're still going to be calling the plays. So how difficult does that make it to be able to call the plays quickly and keep track of everything?
Well, I mean, the good thing is I'm used to it. I've done it for the last 16 years or whatever it is. So I'm used to that, and so that'll be kind of second nature for me. But just the biggest difference is when we're not on offense is helping with situation stuff with Coach Willis, our defense coordinator, just helping them with situationally, reminding them of things, and then just special teams, having a lot more say, obviously, in the special teams and what's going on with special teams and managing the special teams. I mean, you're just, as the head coach, is just going to be a lot busier. When we weren't, as the offensive coordinator, when we weren't on offense, I was able to kind of sit back and relax and think about some things. And so now that's kind of be Coach O'Brien's job as the offensive coordinator to do some of those things and to kind of huddle up the offense and talk to them while I'm, helping defense, helping special teams. So it'll be a little different, but I think everybody's excited about the new roles that they're going to play on Friday night.
Coach O'Brien, having him, somebody who's been a quarterback here, has coached here before already, and already knew the offense coming in. How much did that help you, knowing that he, would be able to take care of everything?
Yeah, it's a tremendous help. I mean, he's been in our system as a player, as a coach. So, sometimes he can take the words right out of my mouth. I mean, he knows what I'm going to say, knows what I'm going to do, and so that's a huge help. That he has been a part of this and been around it, and so it's obviously beneficial. And the more that we're work together, the more we're able to do it, the better we're going to get. So we're excited about that.
And I asked you this the first day of practice, first 2 days, summer practice as a head coach. Now this is going to be your first real game as a head coach. So is there extra, excitement and adrenaline for that?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, I was talking to Coach over at Colleen Shoemaker. We were texting back and forth Friday night, and he was telling me some stories about his first game as a head coach, and about how you're never going to forget your first game, and so it's exciting, but it's not just exciting for me. It's exciting for our kids and our program and our coaches. Everybody that's involved. It's exciting for you work all off season, you work all summer to get to this point. Now you get a scrimmage in, and that's good, but it's really not the same as a game, And so I think our kids are all excited and ready to play a game on Friday night.
A lot of talk about the kids coming up in the program this year, mainly the juniors. Do you feel like they are focused and not overhyped? Because the pressure, it's not only on you as your first game as head coach, but it's on them too, because there's been a lot of, I guess you'd say, water cooler talk about the youngsters. How are they handling it? Because it seems to be a lot of pressure, especially playing at home in the first game.
Yeah, I think they're handling it well. I mean, they're our group overall is pretty